Challenges for lawmakers in Salem today as discussions on the state's transportation package are off to a very slow start. Thank you for choosing NBC5 News at 5. I'm Joe Sullivan. The emergency special session began today in Salem. Democrats are pushing a smaller transportation bill to keep ODOT funded and prevent hundreds of layoffs, while Republicans are proposing a last-minute alternative. That's our top story today at 5. Senate and House minority leaders unveiled their respective plans this morning. Democrats' $5.8 billion bill calls for a 6-cent hike in the state's gas tax and increased vehicle registration and title fees, along with a 0.1% increase in the statewide Transportation Improvement Fund. That's a payroll tax that funds public transit agencies. The Republican leaders say each of their plans require lawmakers to vote to reallocate existing funding, freeing up ODOT to use it for operations and maintenance. They say they don't want to see any layoffs, but Oregonians couldn't be more clear. They do not want more taxes.
It's a false dichotomy that somehow this was the only choice. The only choice was to raise taxes. That's absolutely not true.
This legislation doesn't mandate a change in use. The legislation gives them the authority to be able to prioritize within all of the resources available to them.
Democrats say they weren't given a heads up on the Republicans' plan, which has some similarities to another they introduced during the 6-month session. But with Democrats' slim supermajority in both chambers, they can pass their own tax bill without a single Republican vote. But they do need a quorum. The House has so far had trouble convening today because one Democrat is facing travel issues. Ashland State Representative Pam Marsh says there are risks with any emergency session, but she believes her party leadership has the votes, and to her, ODOT is essential to safety in rural Southern Oregon.
If we don't have ODOT fully staffed in Southern Oregon, we have problems. And I feel like a vote right now to make sure that the agency stays stable is a vote for our economic future in the Rogue Valley and a real issue of safety.
The governor has said that rural areas would be hit the hardest by ODOT layoffs because there would be fewer staff to respond to remote highways. Oregon